All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're going to crack the secret code of creative language. You know, all the clever, colorful, and sometimes kind of confusing ways writers make their words pop off the page.
So you've definitely heard this one before, right? That test was a piece of cake. Maybe you've even said it yourself after an easy exam. But hold on a second.
Yeah, exactly. What in the world does cake have to do with a test? Literally nothing. And that is the magic of what we're talking about today. It's called figurative language, and it's where words start to mean a whole lot more than what they look like on the surface.
So that's our whole mission today. We are going to build the ultimate toolkit, one that's going to help you decode all this creative language you see and hear every single day. It's about seeing past the literal and finding the real meaning hiding underneath. Okay, let's get our hands dirty. Our first set of tools in the kit is all about making comparisons. This is one of the biggest ways writers create those really vivid, unforgettable pictures in our heads. First up, the simile. Now, this one's pretty straightforward. It's a comparison that uses the two magic words, like or as. When someone says, he is as quiet as a mouse, you instantly get it. You know exactly how quiet he is. Next, we've got the simile's bolder cousin, the metaphor. A metaphor doesn't mess around with like or as. It goes right for it and says one thing is another thing. The world is my oyster. Now, obviously, the planet isn't a giant shellfish. It just means it's packed with amazing opportunities just waiting for you. So when you get right down to it, the key difference is just those two little words, like or as. If you see them, it's a simile. If it's a direct comparison without them, boom, it's a metaphor. One suggests a similarity, the other declares an identity. Both are absolutely essential tools. All right, let's move on to our next set of tools, and this is where things get really fun because these are all about bending reality to make a point. It's where language gets super imaginative. So, meet hyperbole. You totally know this one. It's the art of dramatic, over-the-top exaggeration. It's not supposed to be taken literally, of course. It's all about making something feel bigger, more intense, and, it's often pretty funny. I mean, come on, this is a classic. You're not actually going to go eat a horse, but saying this paints a way more powerful picture than just saying, I'm very hungry. It lets you actually feel the hunger. And the next tool in this group, personification. This is when we give human qualities, actions, thoughts, feelings, to things that aren't human. It could be an animal or even an object like a chair. It's an incredibly powerful way to make us connect emotionally to the world around us. Just take a look at this beautiful example from Emily Dickinson. Here, the moon isn't just a rock floating in space. Dickinson calls the moon she and says she has a perfect face. All of a sudden, the moon feels alive, almost personal, like it's watching us. And look, she keeps going. The personification builds a complete picture. The moon now has a forehead, a cheek, an eye. Dickinson isn't just describing the moon. She's making us see it as a full-blown character in the night sky. So cool. All right, let's switch gears. Time for a quickfire round. These next few tools are less about what words mean and way more about how they sound. This is the music of language, the stuff that makes phrases get stuck in your head. We've got three main players here. Alliteration, which is all about the sound at the start of words. Then there's assonance, which plays with vowel sounds in the middle of words. And finally, consonance, which deals with the consonant sounds at the end. Let's actually hear them in action. First up, alliteration. Just listen to that D sound. Dewdrops, dancing, down, daisies. It creates this really pleasing rhythm that just ties the whole phrase together beautifully. Okay, now for assonance. This one's a little more subtle. Listen for the repeated long I sound here. By twinkling twilight, he sang a nice song. You hear that? It's like a little internal echo that just adds so much to the mood. And finally, we have consonance. Listen to that repeating arm sound at the end of the words. Norm, worm, storm, harm. It creates this really satisfying, almost rhyming effect that gives the line a great sense of punch and completion. Okay, so we've got this fantastic new toolkit. We know how to spot all these devices, but so what? How do you actually use them all together to really understand a complex piece of writing, like a poem? Well, this is where our master plan comes in. It's a super powerful 5-step method called MITSL. Think of it as the instruction manual for your brand new toolkit. It shows you how to put all the pieces together.
What's so great about this method is it turns analysis into a clear, step-by-step process. You start with the big picture, the M for meaning. Then you zoom in on I for imagery. That's where your simile and metaphor tools come in. Then you consider T, the poet's tone. S is for structure. How is it organized? And finally, L is for language, where you hunt down specific devices like personification and alliteration. It's a complete roadmap.
And there you have it, the whole shebang, from simple comparisons to sound devices to a full-blown analytical framework. You're not just a reader anymore, you're a decoder, totally equipped to understand language on a much deeper, more meaningful level. So the next time you read a poem, a novel, or even just hear a song lyric, remember your toolkit. What are you going to discover hiding just beneath the surface? What new worlds will open up for you? The code is just waiting to be cracked.